planning board meeting to order. And those in attendance for the planning board are Joe Zagrodnik, myself, Jim Maximowski, Kishore Parmar, Bill Dwyer, and Mark Dunn. And nobody's, Kayla, do you have any questions? Because there's nobody else.
One question for the special town meeting. Do we just have one warrant article for the ADU revisions?
So far, that's all we have, yes, but we may have two more tonight, depending on what we
Okay.
decide.
The deadline for wording for the warrant articles is going to be pretty soon. They're asking for preliminary wording by next week,
Okay, yeah, if
just as an FYI.
that won't be a problem. If we get the things tonight, the articles will be pretty simple.
Okay.
So the other thing, Kayla, is with ours, we just tell them what we need, what we want, and ours are usually so technical that they'll go to town council eventually. So we don't worry about meeting the initial request.
Yeah.
We just tell them.
I think right now the question is how many placeholders should they put on the warrant for planning board?
That's what we usually try to give to them. Yeah.
Is it one or is it? We'll find out by the end of this meeting.
There may be three. We'll know at the end of the meeting tonight.
Great. Thanks.
Okay, Linda ran into it. Okay, now we have someone new here. Okay, so we have one person.
Okay.
Henry Bedco, do you have want to talk with the planning board?
You're muted, Heather.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is my video on?
No, just your name.
Okay. I might just have to stay with that because I'm having a little trouble. Oh, no, here we go. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
So before you, we wanted to replace the Bed Bath & Beyond sign with Home Goods. And when my client, the sign installer, did some preliminary questions, he was told that we could replace the sign at the same size as the Bed Bath & Beyond if it was replaced within 2 years of the Bed Bath being removed. And if we replaced it at similar size. So we are requesting to replace it at 161.8 square foot and internally illuminated.
You have a picture of the sign?
I was not told I needed to do that.
Okay. We'd like to see a picture so we know what we're approving, that's all.
Okay.
Did you send us one earlier?
I sent it on the sign application.
Okay, that does not go to the planning board. That goes to the building inspector. Did you send an email to the planning board with the picture of the sign?
I don't believe I did that. I thought that was taken care of when she referred me to go to the board.
So yeah, let me just
I might have. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Do you have the copy of the email with the picture?
I might be able to email it quickly. I'm on my phone. I had a problem logging in on the computer.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem for a lot of us tonight.
Oh, really? Well, good. I'm glad it's just not me.
Yeah. No, I don't have any emails from you.
So I did.
I have an email from somebody else. Oh wait, no, yeah, I think I have an email from you from 8/21. I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh,
yeah,
that would be great. Otherwise, it's going to take me a minute to try to get this to somebody.
Okay, let me open up sharing. Okay, go ahead.
And that's what, 161 square feet?
0.8. Yep.
And how long has Bed Bath and Beyond been gone?
I'm not sure, but I know it's not been 2 years, so it's more recent than that. So who do I have trying to share?
What's the address? Could you give us that again?
Yep, 337 Russell Street,
357?
337.
337. Okay, thank you. Yep,
Yeah, it's in Mountain Farms Mall.
yep, okay. Okay. Will you be having a sign on the marquee out up on the street?
Yes, they're going to reface the tenant panel there.
Okay,
So that will just be within there's actually two. There's two freestanding signs. And they'll just reface the tenant panel. No structural change to those
Okay.
signs. I'm so upset when my technology does not work here. Was there someone who was trying to share for me?
I'm
Yes,
currently sharing. Can you see it?
Nope, that's the ground sign.
Yep.
Is there any picture of what the Bed Bath and Beyond looked like? Ah,
okay. So,
Yeah.
well, at least it's the same sign. Unfortunately, this becomes the grandfathering is sometimes frustrating because we have to tell the next guy who comes in who is not replacing an existing sign that you can't have that. But but I think you can because you are replacing an existing sign within 2 years. So I'll make a motion to approve the signage as submitted.
we have a
I'd
second.
second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any other comments or questions, discussions?
Who seconded it?
Mark,
Okay.
if not, all in favor, roll call vote.
Done, aye.
Dwyer, aye.
Maximowski, aye.
Farmer, aye.
Zagradnik, aye. Motion passes unanimously. You're all set. We'll get an email out to the building inspector as such, and you should be good. Okay. Very good. You're all set.
So we did have the coffee place on
7 Brew.
Seven Brew. Kayla, what do you know about that?
They're on our October 14th agenda.
Okay, so
That
We're
sounds like
pretty-
we're gonna continue.
we're pretty full up.
Got to move to the first one in November.
Probably the second one in November, because the first one in November we'll have PVPC back.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. November 18th.
So, let me see, what is that? Seven Brew. I just want to see how Seven Brew. 347 Russell. I'll make a motion to continue to 11/18.
I would second that.
You have a motion and a second. Any discussions?
Do we
Very good.
need them to request a continuance, or we have the purview to do that?
We have the purview to do that because
Okay.
of course they didn't show up. The other option we have is because they didn't show up, we could deny it, but that would be pretty mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's actually a gray area. I haven't talked to current town council about this, but prior town council did say that where you have to ask for continuance, where you have to get an agreed continuance is if you're considering it. But if the public hearing is still open, the time to make a decision has not begun.
Okay.
So if they file and we don't we keep the public hearing open, that the general rule about publishing a decision within, I think it's 60 or 90 days of the public hearing doesn't apply because the public hearing hasn't been closed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that we obviously prefer if they're here to request an extension, but as Jim said, otherwise, what can we do? But
Yeah.
We did get into a situation once where someone decided to argue it and said, "No, we're not agreeing to a decision to an extension. We want a decision." So okay, no. Then they had to appeal it.
Yeah, that was the only time we ever had an issue. Virtually every other time is to the applicant's benefit to continue because no decision, no problem, no harm.
Yeah.
So
And
they get a chance to represent their case or whatever you want to call it,
Right.
and make corrections or appease everybody or whatever magic words you want to use.
Because do they have to wait if we deny them? Do they have to wait a period of time to reapply or no? I think we have that on the CPC, but I don't know that applies.
Well,
because we've denied very few things without a valid reason, the vast majority of them we have, to be honest, we've approved. That everybody's willing to bend a little bit and make it comply with whatever the concerns have been.
So there are two situations. One, when you have a zoning article by petition or any zoning article, and the other is special permits, I believe, that if it's denied, it can't come back, and not appealed, it can't come back for 2 years without our approval.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, I guess, have we done the roll call on this one?
I think
Not yet. Roll call. No, hearing no discussions. Roll call vote.
done. Aye.
Wire aye.
Maximowski, aye.
Palmer, aye.
Zarodnik, aye. Motion passes unanimously. Okay. Next up we have is
Oh, the kennels.
the dog kennels. Yeah.
So I did talk to Mitch Cook. He did confirm that there had been a change in regulations of the kennels, and the state is expecting more from the animal control officer. That's what he is, by the way of looking at them. But he said there have been no changes there. There are no operational changes. There has been a change of ownership. And even though I emailed with the guy who filled out the application, he didn't know why he filled it out the way he filled it out. But Mitch said there's nothing new. So I did tell the clerk to proceed to cash the check, and yes, they're zoning compliant, and it was it was apparently a mistake on the part of the applicant to have checked the new box.
Okay. That makes it easier.
So do we have to act on that or?
No,
Okay.
it was referred to us because of the new notation.
Got it.
And we've determined that that's an error, and we have advised the clerk that it was an operator error.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Okay.
For the the query to town council, apparently they have replied to Andrew Bombardier on the ZBA. I do not have I've had no direct reply. I guess, again, bearing in mind, this is why we do not allow hearsay as testimony in court. Our interim town administrator, Mike Mason, told me that he had talked to someone from town council's office and relayed that there probably wasn't much point in trying to fight to get into a fight over what an extended stay hotel is versus what an apartment is. It just didn't seem to be an area that we had a lot, since we don't have a good definition of hotel, that we probably just don't want to open that can of worms. But what we have not heard back from is what is a good definition of a hotel. So I'm going to leave that on. I will try to reach out to town council when I get back, and maybe we'll get some motion on that for a future meeting.
Okay. All right. Next one is the articles for fall town meeting. We've got modifying the ADU bylaw by the attorneys general's comments, not the general comments, town council comments, reference the few items that the attorney general didn't approve. You want to take that one on and put it together, Bill? You want me to do it?
They gave us pretty much a turnkey document, so
Right.
I don't know as it matters. See, I'm actually working on the next one, which is no, I'm sorry, the
Accessory structure.
accessory structure bylaw, which I think would be a separate article.
Yes. So in the ADU, should we just approve the changes, or should we just approve the whole general thing that they put together for us again, which is going to be better?
I think it's clearer if we adopt
The article,
the
the entire article. Okay.
entire article, rather
Okay,
than
that's
try to
fine.
do spot amendments.
Then we can just highlight in the write-up which ones of the main changes are.
And I think they have provided between strike-throughs and underlines.
Yeah.
Or something, they provided a key.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'll put that together. That's fine. Parking requirements is not going to make this town meeting. And then the last one we've got is changes to the business size. We've got seven right now, 75,000 square feet as the maximum business size that's allowed by, that was made, well, probably a dozen plus years ago. It was done by petition. And my comment is, I think we should just get rid of the maximum size in the business zone and just not have it. And I'm open to questions or comments from the board. We do not have any applicant in. I know there was a question, one suggestion that, well, maybe we should wait till somebody applies. And the problem with that is if somebody is interested in putting in a big building and we're now zoned for it, they may just move on someplace else. And if we try to go for a zone change at that point, you're talking, could be 6, 8 months delay from them able to do anything until they hear back from town meeting. So, plus we don't really have any big parcels that are available, but you never know. We don't know
That's
every
what
inventory.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like if Elon came in and wanted to build a big gigafactory, we don't have any parcels, right?
Right. I mean, we've got, never say never because, there's, I don't know. I don't even dare comment on it, but you never know how creative somebody could get and how they could fit it in depending where they may want to put it. And, rumor has it, I'll say this out straight because it's only a rumor that, Costco has inquired of at least one developer if there is anything in Hadley that they could build. And I don't know what their comment was back, but the biggest thing is Costco couldn't fit in a 75,000 square foot building. They want bigger, like, those types of businesses do. I'm not saying Costco's going to do anything or there's on the table, or we have no application. These are just rumors. But I would like to be able to at least give the information to a store or something like that, yeah, if you can find a place, we're not limited by size. Go ahead, Mark.
Could we ask Kyle to look and see what other towns have? If others have, 200,000 or they have no limitation or,
We could ask them at our next meeting, but we've got to move to that. If you want to put this on a fall town meeting,
Yeah.
we could do it at the next meeting. Yes.
okay.
Yes, we could. But the thing is to get the public meeting posted in time for the end of October town meeting, we really need to make that decision tonight to get the legal notice in the newspaper for zone change.
Remember, we're not meeting with Kyle until
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
first November meeting, so that will be potentially after fall town meeting.
Right now, fall town meeting, I think the date is October, last I heard,
23rd, I think.
October 29th, October 30th,
20
October 30th, I think is the date.
23rd,
Yeah,
23rd? Okay.
I believe
23rd?
so. That's the latest I've heard.
okay. So they moved it, they moved it up a little bit of a week. So,
Okay. So yeah, we really have to be set up for the public hearing on the zoning articles on either the 7th or the 21st.
right now, I'm putting the public hearing on zoning articles on the 23rd.
how
No,
did we have that?
21st, I'm sorry, 21st.
Did we have that 75,000 in place? When did that go in place? After the malls were built, right?
Oh,
No.
yes, yeah, that, it when, well, let me,
Specifically, it was after a proposal came in for a super Walmart on the Hampshire Mall site,
Hmm.
even though that eventually was withdrawn.
Hmm.
So that was what, 25, almost between 25, 30 years ago?
not that long,
More like 15.
15.
yeah.
15 or 20.
I, so-
Let me see, I will
Could we,
I'll try to give you the exact,
I think commercial retail has changed so much that we need something like this to see if we could get more of that and to create a little bit more buzz around developing in Hadley. So, I agree with changing it and seeing where it goes.
The issue about what's available, in one sense, everything's available for the right price.
yeah.
So
The one good point, Jim, go ahead, Bill, I'm
no,
sorry.
that was it. It's just
Okay.
the future really is adaptive. Is going to be reuse. What has not yet been developed has constraints that will probably severely limit what can be built there, with wetlands particularly. But what has already been built can be redeveloped.
The big question about the super Walmart that was going to be coming in became more political from the SEIU, and they decided that the wetlands hearing and the negative publicity was not worth it. So that's one of them that I recall. So this may be a good idea, because if you knew what was coming in, somebody may not like that business and they would oppose it. So now this is kind of like anyone can come in.
I question for the attorney, perhaps. So are we looking to post, to advertise, to have a hearing on this? Could we say, I don't know, say raising the limit from 75,000 square feet to, I don't know, 500,000 square feet, and then amend it at the hearing? Would that be legal? And then if by then we've heard from PVPC that, no, that's fine, you
But
can
you
have,
won't hear from PVPC. We don't meet with PVPC again until after town meeting, Mark.
okay,
So we're trying to get this in before that.
it's
Yeah.
not, but isn't, I mean, I'm gonna see him next Wednesday. If I were to ask him if they have any knowledge or experience of that, or I don't know.
I would think, to answer your question, I would think that if you put in a cap and then advertise it at a cap, and then remove the cap in the article that went to town meeting, that might pose a problem.
Yeah, because you can only, you've got to be reasonable on your cap. You've got to be, if your changes are excessive, the AG, we've heard from prior town council that you can make some changes, but you can't make extreme changes.
The Attorney General who had this table 25 years ago took a different view. And that was Bob Ritchie, and he just called for, bare warning that there was going to be a discussion. There's a public hearing on making changes to the building sizes. That was all you had to have in the legal notice. The current AG's office is much stricter about what they want you to, what they want to see. So you really have to have the text pretty well polished.
Okay.
The 75,000 square foot change was made at the May town meeting, May 22nd, 2006. So 19 years ago.
So we're just reversing that, going back to what we had before.
Yes. Yeah. I'm good. If anybody's ever interested, I have the zone books going all the way back to 2001, and before that, Joe or I, even probably Bill, have paper copies of older copies going back to 61, Joe?
That sounds a little bit too far back, but
No, it's 61 or 62.
61
Is
or
that
60.
right?
And just for your information, the 61 or 62 zone book, I think is what, 13
that-
pages, Joe?
It was like a
about the size of a
12-page
pack of
pamphlet, right?
cigarettes.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, looks like the instructions for a hard drive or something.
I think it's 13 or 16 pages, and it's written, it's literally the size of a pack of cigarettes, maybe a smidge bigger.
oh, that's the little pamphlet you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, the little pamphlet. Yeah.
So
Well, the little pamphlet was fill in the blanks, and that was a result of Ted Bacon, who was a dean at Amherst College, that was on the planning board, and rather than, he figured than everybody writing their own, he would say frontage on a lot. Check any box you want, 125-foot frontage, 150, 175, 200, 250. And so you pick that, and so it was more or less a result of something like that, which didn't require a lot of thought originally, except that you knew you didn't want huge lots or extra small lots, so.
So Jim, I'll leave this on the agenda for the next meeting as well, but
Okay.
why don't you and I take a look at the wording? Because as I'm thinking about it, when we did that restructuring of the bylaw, I'm not sure how that all carried forward as we may have to. I just want to be sure we're both looking at it.
Yeah, I'll put something together and I'll send it to you, and you can look at it and get it back to me, and we've got time before the public hearing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll post the stuff. We're getting ready to post it, but we've got, because this is a 5 Tuesday month, we don't need to get the posting in until really like October 1st or so. We got 2 weeks to look at it.
And the piece I'm working on is, I checked with Kyle in the building department, and the structure below of 200 square feet or less does not require a building permit.
Right.
So there's a section of the bylaw that deals specifically with accessory structures, and I'm going to rework that to say that accessory structures of up to 200 square feet, 15-foot side yard setback, 15-foot rear yard setback, larger accessory structures meet the same setbacks as the house.
Okay.
I like that.
And then we'll, of course, have to deal with the people who stand up at town meeting and say, well, my shed's only 2 feet from the boundary. They
Well,
can write,
that's one of the issues with not requiring the building permit, that there's a lot of those structures that are literally 2 feet off of the boundary lines
yep.
because they don't need a permit. But we can say what we can see it and see what happens.
The idea is to not have ADUs perched on the boundary line, really.
Yeah. And we can't put in the definition of accessory that it's an unoccupied.
Apparently
Yeah.
not, because the regulations that accompany the bylaws say that accessories, any accessories, if you allow accessories, you have to let an ADU
Gotcha.
live up to whatever your minimums are.
Gotcha.
So anyway, okay. Let's see. Any 40R updates, Mark?
No, we'll have a meeting. Oh, there's a nice red sunset. We will have a meeting, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow.
Okay.
I did have a question on the Affordable Housing Trust, but I don't know if that's if that's mentioned anywhere in the agenda, if there's a
Affordable
placeholder.
Housing Trust update, yep.
Okay.
So,
Are we there yet?
well, yeah, go ahead and ask it.
So we were wondering if it was even legal to consider rental assistance through the affordable housing, like what can the Affordable Housing Trust be used for? And we were wondering if something like, if we could set up rental assistance trust or something where the interest that's earned each year could be awarded for, there's it's come to our attention that affordable housing is based on the AMI. And I'll just take, for example, Vesta, because I'm not looking to just help Vesta, because that would be arbitrary and capricious. But in that case, the original owners asked the tenants what, for their tax information, and charged them, said your rent will be, 60 or 30% of your income. But when they sold it to the new owners, they were more savvy and like, oh, well, that left money on the table. We can just go by the HUD AMI. And so if someone's income is below that, then they'll just have to go on the street or go somewhere else because, so I'm just looking if there's any appetite, any legality to do some kind of a rental assistance. And I would imagine it would have to be for a certain term, like not just extended ad infinitum, but maybe for a year or two. Or
Yeah. My only comment to that is it's not like we have a ton of money to dole out.
right.
If you talk an interest, to be honest, I mean, interest on the money we have in there isn't going to go very far.
I'm just thinking if someone applied and the difference between their income and the AMI, if they're asking for 150 a month or something, that's something that interest might be able to cover. I don't know. It was just a thought that we were throwing things against the wall. And I said I would ask my colleagues.
So this is not obviously a meeting with the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, but it's a question about what the Affordable Housing Trust Fund can do, which is
Right.
the limits of the agenda. And I would say that, I have no idea.
Okay.
So it obviously needs, it would need town council opinion.
Okay.
Opinion from town council. And I suspect we should have a meeting we should arrange a meeting of the Affordable Housing Trust Fund at some time. In the past, we've done it within a planning board meeting since it's basically us and Molly Keegan. But our next two meetings are kind of full, so probably we'd be looking at a standalone meeting. And Kishore, when are you leaving?
I believe the 29th, and I'm back around the 9th or 10th.
Okay. So it would be kind of tight trying to get it done before
Town meeting.
but I suppose we can put in perhaps Molly, I believe, is the chair of the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, and maybe in that capacity, she can request an opinion from town council. Why don't you talk to her?
Okay.
And see if she's willing to do that.
Okay.
I know that we did have a rental assistance
During COVID, right.
arrangement during COVID. Turned out we never used it. No one ever applied for it. And it did have it was sort of a complex. It was Hampshire Community Action or some such agency was going to screen people because that's obviously outside of our wheelhouse. So it's a multi-stage process.
Yeah.
And
This is beginning to sound like the debate we had with the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. In other words, somebody can put money aside in lieu of building an affordable unit. And boy, that rabbit hole became so much more complicated. And eventually, it really didn't resolve the issue that we thought it would resolve. So, but the one thing about Affordable Housing Trust Fund in this area, the elephant in the room is the University of Massachusetts and the student housing. Right now, students are being charged $1,000 a month a bed. You got three-bedroom house, 2 kids per bedroom, $6,000 a month. I don't see how you're going to be able to compete with affordable housing when that kind of money is available for people even building a new house and putting students in it. So that's one thing we have to consider because this is unique to our particular town.
Well,
So
one step at a time. Let's find out if we can even do it.
I know that's exactly right. So I suspect that somebody would say, time out.
Yeah, so let's, if you would approach Molly and believe she's familiar with the issue and ask her if she'd be willing as chair to solicit an opinion from town council.
Okay.
I think we'd all like, I think you can tell her, I think you can tell her that we would all like to know the answer,
Yeah, yeah.
especially before we spend time discussing it at length.
How many tenants are you, or how many folks do you think are looking for this, or
I really don't know.
whatever this is, actually?
Yeah. Well, just Investa, I don't know, but it could be half a dozen. But if we did this, it wouldn't just be aimed at one housing project. It would have to be legal. It would have to be, anyone, as Molly had done it during COVID, anyone who resides in Hadley and their rent exceeds X percent of their income. There was a gentleman, a recent widower, who's legally blind. He said his rent there at Vesta was 82% of his income. So, these are the things that kind of got us like,
And with the Econo Lodge conversion starting pretty soon into all affordable units, for lack of a better term to use there could be a significant number of potential applicants. I'm talking, not 100, but there could very well be, 20 or 30. And let's get the answer.
Sure. Yep. Thank you. That's
Okay. Well, we have no bills to pay. I believe. Let's see. I believe we paid the invoice to the Gazette at our prior meeting, right?
I think so. I don't have, I just have a notebook with me. I don't have my my prior minutes, but I seem to remember making a motion to that effect.
Yeah. Yeah, let me. I'm just trying to.
And we don't have no news on the battery litigation.
Okay.
Just to clarify, I'll ask the select board to put 3 placeholders for planning board articles. for the fall town meeting warrant.
Correct. Yeah, we have 4 items and the parking one's not ready, so it'll be the ADU amendments as proposed by town council, the building size and the accessory structure size location.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see. Okay, 9/11. No, I don't believe. I believe we do have a bill for the Gazette. I don't think we submitted that. We have for the zoning article, not the zoning, the public hearing articles for the first Tuesday in October, which is the 7th. We have an invoice. Let me make sure that's the right one. Yep, that's the right one. $597.28. Yeah, I know we didn't submit that one.
Okay, I'll make a motion to pay the Gazette $597.28.
We have a second. Mark seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote.
Done aye.
Fire aye.
Maximowski, aye.
Palmer, aye.
Raddick, aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Good thing I got that. Yep. All right. Okay. I have nothing else.
I have nothing else.
Anybody else have anything? Hearing none?
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Nobody second it?
Second.
Motion second. Mr. Keith Primer. Roll call vote.
Done aye.
Fire aye.
Maximowski, aye. Kishore.
Oh, Palmer, aye. Sorry.
Raddick, aye.
He's already off to toast
Motion
pizza.
passes unanimously. Thank you very